Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. So today I thought we could do a get ready with me with all of my summertime favorites. I know summer's winding down and we're moving on, but since it is winding down, I figured get some last uses out of some of my favorites that maybe I won't use again for a while, and thought you guys could join me on this journey while we wait. Okay guys, it's kind of like a chatty get ready with me. I did already do my eyebrows and my eye primer. Did my typical Milani eyeshadow primer. And then I used my e.l.f. Instant Lift Brow Pencil in neutral brown. And I am loving the Wet n Wild. This is the Wet n Wild Micro Brow Pencil in brunette. They are an identical shade match. So if you use one or the other, and you're interested, pick up the other one. These two are an exact shade match. But I use those two to help fill in brows, and I actually really like this, and it was really cheap, and honestly, it's super comparable to that NYX brow pencil and the ABH Brow Wiz. So if you need a cheap alternative, this is actually really great. This is my current favorite gel. This is the NYX Control Freak. My sons have kidnapped my usual spiking wax that I usually use, because now school has started. They need to spike their hair every day, and I've now lost it, so picked this up. I'm actually really liking this. I used this in the past, but I kind of circled back around to it. Not important. I like this. Moving on. So let's move on to eyes while we keep talking here. I'm going to use the ABH Nouveau palette. This is a palette I've really been drawn to this whole like spring and summer. I'm having a hard time putting it down. You've got some beautiful like greens, golds, you've got a pop of purple in there. This peacock shade right here is beautiful, but I'm a sucker for the greens and the golds, and that's what this palette primarily is. So I'm definitely drawn to it. I've used it a lot this spring and summer. So I think I'm going to end this summer trip with this palette. So let's go ahead and get on it. So I'm going to go ahead and start with Liberty, this greenish gray shade right here. And I'm going to go ahead and get started. So I said while we wait. When I started this video, I said while we wait, right? What are we waiting for, Michaela? Well, two things actually, guys. So I ordered the new Nomad palette last night at launch. The Ghost Town USA palette. I ordered that at launch. I am just so stoked. And then to make it even better, I got my shipping information this morning. So that puppy shipped so fast. Now, I don't know how soon it's going to get to me. I don't have a delivery date or anything on it yet, of course. Is anyone else like a total weirdo about your tracking? Like, as soon as you get the notification it's been shipped, you like refresh, refresh, refresh. Or is that just me? Just me? Okay, that's okay. I know I'm super weird about it. I'm excited, you guys. I'm super excited. I get that notification and then it becomes a total weirdo about everything. Okay, so I really like the shade. To be honest, it kind of looks like my eyes are bruised, but that's what we're working with here. I kind of put that in that crease. I have this fluffier brush, but it's kind of been flattened by the way it was sitting in my little toolbox thingy over here. But it ends up making like the perfect shade for my crease. And now that I've got that shade laid down, I'm just kind of like blending it out a little bit here. But we'll come back and make it look a little nicer. I'm going to go ahead and go into Muse, this dark shade right here. It does sometimes appear like it has some kind of glitter. It's definitely not a matte color, but I use it as a matte color. Once I start blending it out, I don't really see that satiny sheen in it anymore. But I'm going to go ahead and put this in the outer corner just to kind of deepen this up over here. But anyways, back to what we're waiting for. So we're waiting for that new Nomad palette, which as soon as I get it, which shipping says 4 to 6 days, and Nomad is usually pretty on it. Like I said, they've already shipped it out. So most of the Nomad palettes I've gotten in the past, minus one problematic shipping, which was not Nomad's fault. It was DHL's fault. They lost my package. But minus that one little hiccup, I've had no issues with shipping from Nomad. Guys, this has a lot of fallout, unfortunately, but I haven't done base makeup yet, so I ain't even worried about it. But I'm going to take a little bit of a fluffier brush and just kind of like diffuse this out a little bit, because it's looking a little scurry. That's something I've learned about eyeshadow, guys, is trust the process. I remind myself every time I do a look that I go, oh my god, what did I do? Just trust the process. Give it a minute. Just keep blending and trusting, blending and trusting. But this is my go-to look with this palette, so I know it's going to be all right. And plus, these shadows blend so nicely. I know it looks scary right now. Just hang on, okay? I'm going to grab Hope. Ooh, it just stuck my finger in it, guys. I'm going to grab Hope right here. And I'm going to put that, starting with the outer color, and move it in about halfway into my lid here. Just, again, it's that transition. Gosh, you guys, let me get closer. Hold on. You guys, this color, let me get close. I haven't even wet my brush. Like, look at this color. Ugh, it just brings me so much joy, you guys. I hope you can see this. Like, I did not wet my brush at all. Look at that. Like, my God. It's too beautiful. Let me do it on the other side real quick. Okay, guys, I'm going to clamp that fallout before we keep going. I look like I have a giant bruise. Hold on. Okay, cleaned up. Now I'm going to go in with the last color on the lid here, and it's this shade right here called Wings. I'm going to do that on the inner corner. But I will do a look with that Nomad palette as soon as I get it. Hopefully in a couple of days. Come on, DHL. Come on, USPS. So, and again, I did not wet this brush. I'm just dipping and going. And it is so just pigmented. It goes on so freaking nice. I don't even need to use my finger with this palette. The joy. She's just, you know. Okay, grabbing that Muse color on a bullet brush. I'm just going to run it along this lower lash line right here. You guys, I can't not make a face when I do the lower lash line. You can laugh. It's okay. We'll laugh together. I know it's a silly face. I'm aware. Grabbing a fluffy blending brush, and I'm just grabbing this Paloma color right here. It's a very light skin tone color, and just gonna tap into there. And that's where I'm just gonna take this and just kind of buff out any edges that might look a little harsh or just kind of plopped there. Anyways, back to what we're waiting on. So waiting on the Nomad palette, and now we are waiting on fall. Fall, you guys. So where I live, today is literally 115 degrees. I am sitting here sweating. I desperately want it to be fall, but it is so hard to make it an enjoyable fall when it's 115 freaking degrees outside. Like, I've lived here almost my entire life, born and raised, except for a couple years in Kansas City during my college years. But you know what, you guys? This summer has just been absolutely brutal. Like, I'm over it. I'm over this summer. Here is where we're at on the eye look real quick. I'm happy with the way everything turned out. It's buffed out. So I'm going to go ahead and curl my lashes really quick and throw on some mascara, and I will be right back. Okay, eyes are done. Let's move on to base products. I got a little blemish I'm going to cover here. I'm just going to use the NYX Bare With Me Concealer Serum in Vanilla. Just a little tiny pump. Just right there. I think that's the only area I really need a little extra coverage, maybe right here. There we go. Starting September 1st, I force fall upon myself. I force wear jeans and cute long sleeve tops, even though I'm sweating to death. I force the drinks, the decor, the fall scents. I force it. I force it September 1st. So starting September 1st, we're going to bring you guys all the fall palette love. I'm going to do as many looks as I can with fall palettes and enjoy that for the month of September, October, maybe November, and then we start getting into like winter looks, November, December, January. Favorite base product for the summer, another Wet n Wild product, the Tinted Hydrator from Wet n Wild. This one is in Fair. Now, this line, it's very affordable, which I sincerely appreciate, and it's got decent coverage. It does run warm and dark. I am typically a light to light medium this time of year, and this is the shade Fair. So go lighter than you think. So if you're normally a light to medium, go with Fair. If you're normally a fair to light, go with the porcelain shade. There is a shade lighter than this. I'm just using my e.l.f. Duo brush here. It has decent coverage. It is a skin tint, so you're not going to get full coverage, and you might even really struggle to honestly get medium coverage, but I feel like it's extremely lightweight. It does just even out my skin tone just enough. It does even out my skin tone just enough, and honestly, during the summer, that's all I'm looking for. I'm just looking for like an even base to start with. I hate heavy products in the summer. Again, it's 115 degrees outside. The last thing I want to do is layer my face up. Except for eyeshadow. I will always layer eyeshadow. But yeah, you can see it just kind of evened out my skin tone a little bit. I should have done like half a face so you guys could really see. But it just gave me a nice like light base. It feels good. It's lightweight. Evened out everything. So now I can move on. Another Wet n Wild product. I did not intentionally do all Wet n Wild, but I have found myself gravitating a lot towards this. This is the one I use under my eyes. Funny enough, it says full coverage concealer. I'll be honest, I don't think I would consider this a full coverage. So yeah, while I'm waiting for my palette to get here in September 1st, which I know is just around the corner, but I'm starting to get antsy, guys. Like, I want the PSL drinks. I want my fall palette. I want to wear long sleeves. I want to wear boots. I want to wear jeans. Guys, so I've really been into this cream bronzer. It's from Revolution, and this is the shade Light. It's the Ultra Cream Bronzer. It blends amazingly. So first time I used it, I scared myself. So I literally just one tap and I just put it right in this area, and you can see like one tap. I mean, it's pigmented. It is really, really pigmented. I'm going to do one more little tap here. First time I used it, I just went like all in and was like, scared the crap out of myself. I'm just kind of buffing this out in this area here. There we go. You can kind of see it. You can kind of see it on my phone. I have a tendency to really overdo my bronzer, so I've been trying to be really conscious about where I'm putting it and how much of it. Oh, you guys. Maybe one day I'll learn. I love the e.l.f. Halo, what is this? The Halo Glow Liquid Filter as my highlighter. Because there's no glitter, there's no nothing. It's literally just a sheen. So I'm going to put this right here. And a little goes a long way too. That with my finger here. And just kind of hit this whole area. But it gives me that like really beautiful glow without being glittery or heavy. And again, I'm just tapping that out with my finger and just kind of everywhere, honestly. Like this whole area, baby. See me from space. See me from space. Okay. So there we go, guys. And then I have this blush that I picked up from Wet n Wild. I told you guys, I did not intentionally mean to do Wet n Wild Heavy. However, this is a new shade that I saw, and I was like, ooh, I want that. Because it looks more of like a reddish brown, and that's exactly what it is. It's called Naked Brown. Here is what she looks like. She's like a peachy brown red color. Oh my gosh, but it's my jam. She is pigmented. So again, I just do one little tap, shake her off. I'm just gonna put her right between, and then right between. There we go. And just kind of blend her out and up. And the nice thing is this e.l.f. Halo Glow, if I end up covering it with powder, it still shines through without looking like it's greasy. Okay, last but certainly not least, again, I'm sorry. It's another Wet n Wild product. This is the Mega Slicks Lip Gloss in Nude Mood. It's just a really beautiful nude color. I'm not wearing lip liners right now. I love lip liners, but I don't feel like I need them at the moment. This color is like my lips but better. It's amazing. but my lips don't feel dry like some lip glosses will make my lips feel really dry after they wear off and wear down. This one doesn't, which is really quite wonderful, especially considering this is like $2. Okay, guys, and we're all done. Thank you so much for joining me on my end of summer seasonal favorites. And I look forward to hearing from you guys. Are any of these in your summer favorites? Are any of these going to carry into the next season for you? Do you even have seasonal makeup? I am curious. Let me know in the comments, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye.